Alright guys, Mike with Pacific Tech. We're gonna do this little short video. Why the missus is, in the bank, removing every commodity out of the system. But anyway, we're gonna talk about this past current events that have been happening with the supposedly two shooters. My brothers and sisters, it's a one-party system. You're getting played with the red and blue bullshit, Democrat and Republican. You guys are falling for it. The last election, it was about the red wave, the red wave, the red wave, and what are we seeing? The red wave. Could this be a political stunt? I say, in my personal opinion, I don't give a damn about anybody else. My personal opinion is yes. Give me 5 minutes with that shooter and I get that motherfucker to talk in ways that my government can't get motherfuckers to talk. And it takes a group of these motherfuckers to get motherfuckers to talk. Just give me a few minutes, me and my team, give me a few minutes with this person, including the officer who saw the shooter on top, and we'll get down to the bottom of things. And motherfuckers will talk. We have ways. We keep telling y'all, we walk amongst y'all, but it goes into the one ear and it comes out through the other. This is a political ploy, like one of the sketches from The Simpsons who showed Donald Trump getting shot and people, mourning the president to supposedly unite everybody together. But all that it is a catalyst for their lies. When you vote for a snake, you're going to get a snake. And if you play with a snake, you're going to get bitten by a snake or eaten up by a snake. It's the way it goes, the rules of life. And right now, we got snakes in power. We got a geriatric person, and this is where I get mad at. They force people like me to go into retirement at a certain age. But we don't force our leaders to go into retirement because they're so busy making money. They're making millions off of us, and they don't do nothing. There has not been a budget for God knows how many years I've been around this planet, born in this country. We've given all our resources to all these undocumented people, and me being Latino and Native American, I'm very mixed about this shit, and this is where I'm pissed at. I gotta pay 30 cents per mile extra on top of over-the-road taxes now because y'all idiots voted for that shit to support some idiot who don't give a shit about y'all. And then when you wonder why your city looks like shit, and sometimes it's the people that live in the city are nothing but shit. And if you get offended by this, then I guess the shoe must be wearing itself, like Cinderella, the slippers fits perfectly. Well, then I guess, if your panties in a bunch or your underwear is in a bunch and you write something stupid to me, then you're ignorance. You haven't learned anything. We walk amongst you. I'm going to keep on repeating that. We're watching them, watching us, watching them, watching us. But, again, you guys are into that entertainment shit. They put a goddamn rapper, not just say it like that. They put a goddamn musician in front of you or an actor in front of you, and you guys are doing the hokey pokey with them. You got these fake ass pastors, deacons, bishops, and all of these people, supposedly man of the cloth, but you see what they're doing. My brothers and sisters, man, all this bullshit that's going on is just, they say, manipulation. Mind manipulation. And since they know that your minds are so fragile, they're manipulating you in a way that you guys cannot understand. I see, even within my own families, people just bickering and fighting over what just happened with Mr. Trump and what's going on with Mr. Biden. And again, we're talking about a one-party system broken up into two to make y'all believe that there's a two-party system, but there's really only a one-party system. One world order. One world government. And that's where we're going for. And that's what they're going for. And that's what they're pushing for. Resources down and went to basically almost nothing. Your property is being sold from right underneath you to other nations because they got more money than you do. I mean, it's getting so weird that we got, and mind you, this guy made a joke, and I was like, what the fuck? But it opened my eyes to things. And the joke is about, some type of construction, and they wanted to get this one thing done, so they asked, people to put in their bids. And then the guy asked, well, how did you get these numbers? It was American company, Central American company, a European company, and a Middle Eastern company. You already know the American and Latino companies were bidded low. Swedish and the Middle Eastern had high bids. So they asked, how did you get these numbers? Well, the one with the highest bid was like, I'm going to take 50 for me, 50 for you, and we're going to hire the Chinese to do the rest. The second highest one was like 20 for you, 20 for me, and we're going to hire the Americans to do this. Americans were like, yeah, we can do it for X amount of dollars, and the Latinos were like, yeah, we can do it for dirt cheap. And Chinese was like, oh yeah, we can do it for 3,000. That opened up my eyes to what's really going on in politics, especially here in California. They can't account for $21 billion that just disappeared, vanished. Mind you, while we're having food crisis problems, we're having resource problems, we're having money problems, we're having law enforcement problems, we're having a major government collapse problems here in California. And it's affecting everybody. And I'm only talking about California because that's where I'm at right now, and this is where we're doing the audits at. But other nations that other cities that we did audits in, and other states, these numbers are bad, man. You guys have no idea what you guys are walking into and what's installed for you in the next couple of years. And we're talking about the next 5 years. Next 5 years, what is going to happen to a lot of Americans, especially these Americans who are popping their shirt and stealing and, taking everything that's not even nailed down. And there's going to be a war about this, Those that don't have, the weak are going to turn against the strong. We hear this through the churches. We hear it through, Bible studies. It doesn't matter whether you're a Christian, a Catholic, a Muslim, a Buddhist, Hindi, whatever it is. In those texts, I don't care what religion you belong to, it's all describes that the weak will turn on the strong. This is going to happen. But my people don't seem to understand this, My people too busy drinking, too busy getting high, too busy doing the pay-to-play bullshit. That you have these girls that are talking about, they don't give a shit, they're selling their assets, put it like that, for nothing. And ladies, You may think you're good and everything, but the same master you have, the next lady has also. So you better learn how to work it. Because majority of you ladies be hitting the walls. A lot of you ladies talk about, that you miss independent. You don't need a nigga. You don't need a man. You don't need this. You can do it all by yourself. Somewhere down the line, someone's helping you. In some mysterious way, there's a man behind the scene. We call it stage actors, those behind the scenes. Same thing is happening with our government. You have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. But we're being lied to. I'm talking about we're being lied to. It's going to be a false flag event coming up with some disaster, where it's either going to be by a plane, boats, or train. Take notice. Go. You don't have to believe me. History is dictating to you guys now of what's to come. It's not telling you no more. It's dictating. But again, I want to listen to the ones that were in it, neck deep, in the trenches, killing other people for their greed, going to the Middle East and overturning multiple nations for their greed, for the resources that we used to pay. When I started to drive, it was like 67 cents a gallon. Now all of a sudden we're $5 and what is it? What I paid, $5.32 this morning is what I paid for fuel here at the local AM/PM here off of Richards Boulevard by the house. And mind you, diesel is more expensive than gasoline. I wonder why, when it takes more resources to turn diesel into gas. But, when you don't know anything and they play you like a fiddle, then this is what you do. Those who don't know shit end up paying for it. This is what's happening to a lot of Americans who think that they're in the know, but they're not in the know at all, man. You're walking like walking zombies. Today, a lot of you Americans are walking zombies. And I'm not even talking about the ones on the drugs, the alcohol. I'm talking about the ones that say, we're normal people, but you're nothing but a drone. You know what a drone is? You ever seen a colony of ants, bees, or some type of insect, and how they work? And how certain people have to do certain things? Well, this is what I'm seeing from people. A lot of my brothers and sisters, they be talking a whole lot of yin-yang on how they're independent, they're this, they're that. But when you start looking at the merits, you start looking at what they're doing, you start to see there ain't nothing, there's nothing to woo someone like me, to win me over. You can't win me over because 5 minutes me being around any human being, and I get to know if you're good or bad. You're going to try to use me for your personal gain, or you're going to be loyal and what we put on the table so that we can all eat. That is the difference between two different parties. One party don't give a shit. Whatever's on the table, they just want to consume, whether they put in or not. And the other party is, well, we're putting in the table so that we can all eat. Equal shares, but that's not in today's, party. The black man is talking about, reparations and shit. The white man was a slave. But tell that to the black people who are fighting over skin color. The idiotic shit. Plymouth Rock landed on me. I didn't land on Plymouth Rock, but yet we can't find none of these ships that brought them over here throughout history. I mean, Let's start thinking logically. You know, I can find Viking ships. I can find, you know, the old Asian ships.